Warning: this video contains highly controversial information that the mainstream medical establishment does not want you to see. It saves thousands of lives every time it is shown. All the information in it is scientifically verified. Nonetheless, this video is constantly under attack by those who don't want you to know the simple truth. In light of the above, we cannot guarantee this video will remain up long. It could be removed next week, today, or even before you finish watching it. So handle your mouse with care. One accidental click could mean missing out on information that could save your life, or the life of a loved one. Raise the volume high and take rigorous notes, because if you simply watch until the end and do what it says, your blood sugar will normalize permanently, just days from now. Enjoy the presentation. Hi, I'm David Pearson, an independent medical researcher specializing in insulin production and type 2 diabetes. And I'd like to ask you a question. What if I told you you could eliminate your need for insulin and prescription drug completely, as quick as 11 days from now, even if diabetes has been in your family for millennia, and even if you haven't had a glucose reading below 200 since 2001? I put a challenge before you. If you commit the next few minutes to this presentation, the most talked about presentation online right now, if you just watch it carefully and do what it says, I promise you will not only believe that it's possible, you will know that it's possible. As a scientific fact, just like you know the Earth goes around the sun, and then, only moments later, you will begin the process of balancing your blood sugar for free, right here on this very website. That way, you won't just know it's true, you'll see the results with your very own eyes. How can I speak with such confidence? After all, I haven't checked your blood sugar, taken a reading, or done anything else to know what shape your body is in. The truth is, I don't have to. I don't have an ounce of doubt about my claims, even though this is going out to hundreds of thousands of people who will hate me forever if I mislead them. I don't want that, and I still have no doubt about my claim. Why? Because when you see the sun come up 21,894 days in a row, you can be pretty confident it's coming up tomorrow. 21,894 is exactly how many people have now used this secret I'm about to share to balance their sugar for good. These 20,000 plus individuals now function exactly like non-diabetics. Their glucose levels remain in normal ranges no matter how much they eat, no matter how much or little they exercise, no matter what kind of stress they have in their life, no matter how much they sleep, no matter how much sun they get, they live lives that are just plain normal. How nice would that be? Just to get back to normal. How would that feel for you? To go through your days just like everybody else. No meds, no finger pricks, no test strips, no shots, no constant doctor visits, no fear of early death, no fear of blindness or amputation. The freedom to just live life as it was meant to be lived. You see a milkshake, you buy a milkshake. You see a hot dog with a bun, you eat a hot dog with a bun. Eat delicious food and just enjoy. Play with your kids, hold them and tell them that you're there for them forever, and watch their faces light up. Be there for your spouse instead of having them worry about you. Instead of being a burden, be there for them. Be their bedrock, the one they can lean on. Imagine the stress melting off your shoulders as you realize you'll never need to prick your finger for another blood sugar reading ever again. Imagine the fear crippling you inside, releasing, letting go, and never coming back. You know what would happen. The real you would come out. The powerful, fun, energetic, happy you that you didn't even know you had inside. In my experience, even better than before. But I honestly don't like to speak too much about what it's like. I'll let my 20,000 do the job. You'll be hearing from them throughout the presentation, so let's hear from one of them right now. Vincent from Washington, Virginia had this to say. My morning fasting glucose numbers were always high and were my biggest problem. They went from 285 down to 190 just after the first day. And I'm in my last week on the fast track version. And now my morning fasting numbers range between 101 and 110, feeling better now than I have in years. My doctor saw your book and said he was going to order his own copy. So, Mr. Pearson, you and your staff are at the very top of my hero list. I thank God every day for guiding me to the path, that we were both able to reach one another. Vincent Santello Sr. Now, I know some of you are thinking, you've seen a lot of internet scams that never panned out, and you're probably already lumping this in with them. We're probably just out to get your money. Well, as you'll see in a minute, we're not going to ask you to risk a dime. But if that's what you're thinking, I understand. I would be thinking the exact same thing if I was in your shoes. Because what I'm about to say flies in the face of everything you've ever known since you became a diabetic. From day one, every doctor you've gone to has told you that there is no cure to diabetes, only ways to manage it, which is when they went on to tell you, prick yourself with a needle every morning, eat rabbit food, and run on a treadmill. I used to believe the same. I accepted it, like I'm sure you did. So what's happening here on this crazy website? Well, what's happening here is we're about to reveal a secret, the single secret into the workings of the human body and its endocrine system. This secret that has proven clinical studies behind it, none of them taught in any major medical school. Nonetheless, these studies show definitely that our solution not only improves, but works from the source to balance blood sugar permanently. The results you will see here are spectacular and so outside the box because this secret operates on a completely different playing field to the current modern approach to diabetes. This is a new angle, one medical science has completely missed the boat on. I spent 2 decades of my life trying to find a solution to diabetes by researching the pancreas and insulin production. I later came to learn that insulin is not, I repeat, not the most effective means to regulate blood sugar for diabetics. Your body has another completely different source, God-given, that acts as a regulator of glucose, over 100 times more powerful than insulin ever was. It was given to us in our bodies for diabetics to use, much like a reserve fuel tank on an airplane. Only in this case, the reserve tank is actually far bigger than the main one. All the power we need to regulate blood sugar effectively is already inside our body. We simply have never been taught how to access this almost unlimited store of sugar-regulating power that requires no insulin at all to do its job. You will, in fact, metabolize sugar even better than you did before you got diabetes. Hear from Wayne Marcellus to see how this plays out in real life. He specifically asked me to show this to people who were considering trying out the system. He said he wanted you to know that this was for real. I have been struggling with neuropathy in my legs since 2012. Recently, the doctors have been throwing around the word amputation. That was then. 10 days into Mr. Pearson's program, my neuropathy just disappeared. No sign of it at all. My doctor has informed me that I no longer need insulin injections. There are no words for this. I'm speechless. So, why doesn't the medical establishment tell you about this? Why hasn't any doctor told you about this? Why aren't the medical journals abuzz about this? At risk of my career, I'm going to tell you exactly why, because it's important for you to know. This will open your eyes to the fact that you're a victim in the system that never really had your best interests at heart. It's a little like the Matrix. You yourself know something's wrong with a picture. You just can't put your finger on it. You can start by asking yourself, do you believe the medical establishment is really living up to its mission to cure this disease? Let's consider it a little. Today, there are 30 million diabetics in the country. That's 10% of the population. In 2020, there will be 45 million diabetics. In 2030, it is estimated that 80 million will have the disease. This will translate to approximately 1.6 million deaths per year and 1.8 million amputations caused by diabetes. That's the equivalent of a Holocaust every 6 years that this country is facing, and yet there is no cure for diabetes. Impossible to cure? When has that stopped us before? Polio has a vaccine, smallpox has a vaccine, tuberculosis took just 2 years to cure. AIDS has an effective cocktail. Diabetes, on the other hand, has been proliferating and getting worse for at least 100 years, over a much larger population. It's lethal and it's spinning out of control right now, and yet we still have no cure for diabetes. And according to them, it's not just that we don't have a cure, it's that we're not even any closer to a cure than we were a decade ago. We sent a man to the moon, started from scratch in just 8 years, but the medical industry, who spent decades and billions upon billions of dollars on diabetes research, is still clueless about how to make our bodies metabolize sugar. Is that really possible? There is no cure, or so they say, and every time they say it, they doom you to a life in which you're helpless to fate. Your life is like a roulette wheel. A life fought with a high chance of blindness, amputation, kidney failure, heart disease, Alzheimer, even cancer. And any of them could strike at any time. Just spin the wheel. Death hangs over you in a way it doesn't hang over everyone else, Because you know something as simple as an overdose on an insulin shot can spell diabetic shock, coma, and death. And when you're type 2, they make you feel like a failure. Am I right? After all, they say you could have prevented it. You can see the looks, even on the doctors' faces. They say you're unmotivated, lazy, unable to control yourself, but they don't really understand, do they? How hard it is to be in your skin. Pinpricks for breakfast, a rabbit's diet for the rest of your life, and you just accept it. We all accept it. Well, not quite all. Everyone but me. I saw something wrong with this picture, and it made me angry. And it should make you angry, too. Not the kind of angry that locks you up inside, but the kind of anger that fuels you in a fight for your life. That fight begins right now, because in just a moment, your eyes will open to a completely new perspective on diabetes. This breakthrough is already working miracles that no one thought were possible. It is literally helping people by the thousands before our very eyes. It is scientifically based, now proven by top universities and multiple clinical trials. Blood sugar levels begin to normalize in the very first day and stabilize as quick as 11 days later when this program is followed. Yes, it's unbelievable, but it is real. And you're about to know that it's real. So where did this method come from? Well, this is where things get a bit personal. Rita Pearson was like a mother to me. She helped raise me when my parents worked 2 jobs to make ends meet. She was diagnosed with diabetes at age 58, and to me, it just didn't seem fair. She took shots. She took the medications as prescribed. She improved her diet. She exercised. She did everything she was told to do and a lot more. Yet, I watched her suffer with serious complications and agonizing pain for years, and then, as I watched her die, much too early, a fire ignited inside of me. And I said to myself, I don't know much, but I know the medical profession is letting us down, and we're dying because of it. And I want to know why. I need to know why there weren't any real solutions yet, only management, which wasn't really managing the disease at all. I decided to do my own research. I focused solely on pancreatic research so I could work towards a solution for diabetes. Over time, I discovered a shocking secret. I came to understand how the medical industry actually operated. Diabetes drugs, insulin, and medical devices such as insulin pumps, glucose monitors, and pricey test strips all add up to $245 billion in sales for the large pharma companies. According to the American Diabetes Association, a cure would make that $245 billion in revenue disappear. The sudden and massive loss in profits would cause the stock of all pharmaceutical companies to plummet as the drug companies go out of business. And now you know why we don't have a cure. You know, before we go on, I have to tell you, my name is David. The pharmaceutical companies are Goliath. They can crush me with their left finger for what I'm about to share. I know that. All I've got is my slingshot, a rock, and my faith. And call me crazy, but I figure if we hit them well, right between the eyes, they just might fall. Yes, seeing reality was a wake-up call, but I took it as a call to dig even deeper into my research, because the solution certainly wouldn't be coming with any help from them. Over the years, I created and nixed tens of theories. Nothing seemed to work, and I should have given up. But I had this strange feeling like an invisible hand was pushing me to keep going. And when you search long enough, you eventually find gold, and that's what happened. A story landed in my inbox with the subject line, "You won't believe this." It was from a colleague, and apparently this story was making a huge buzz in his circles. Many didn't believe it, many thought it was a hoax, and many thought it was just a fluke. A few people thought, we may have just found the biggest secret to fighting diabetes that we have seen in years. The article was about a doctor, not a diabetes doctor. He was a gastric bypass surgeon, and he had something to say. He noticed that his obese patients, a few weeks after the surgery, were tested at non-diabetic insulin levels. Their diabetes was reversed, not by insulin, not by pills, but by gastric bypass surgery, and he had to know why. And what he discovered will forever change the way we think about diabetes. He discovered that the reversal was due to the fact that for weeks after the surgery, the patients barely ate at all. They have a mandatory sort of starvation diet. What did starvation have to do with diabetes? Turns out a lot. Turns out more than any attempt to fix diabetes ever has. There was only one problem. I knew it wasn't practical to ask people to starve themselves even for a day, so I kept researching to find out the real reason not eating was reversing diabetes so quickly. That way, I could get the same results without those drastic measures. This led to a landmark discovery. According to my research, the true cause of diabetes has nothing to do with not having enough insulin. I repeat, diabetes is not caused by too little insulin. It's managed that way, but it isn't caused by it. The real culprit? Fat. It's having too much fat in the blood. Normally, the food we eat gets broken down to glucose and enters the blood. In a non-diabetic, the glucose gets quickly absorbed right into the cell. When you're diabetic, fat coats the cell so glucose is blocked from entering the cell. Insulin only gets produced as an emergency measure when your blood sugar is too high. So the solution isn't to make more insulin, it's to remove the fat coating your cell so your body can use the sugar. So, what causes your blood to have too much fat? It turns out, a clogged up liver. Your liver's primary function is to filter the fat so it's not in your blood. Once you clear out the excess fat in your liver, it can do its job and your blood sugar will balance to normal levels. But how do you unclog your liver without starving yourself for weeks? The key, I found, was a combination of exotic compounds that cleansed the liver and restored its proper function. These secret ingredients were taken from all over the world, including, but not limited to, India, Southeastern Asia, Africa, and South America. It took 6 months to find the right combination that got the most noticeable results the fastest, and I never expected how fast it would actually be. What I saw with my optimal blend was complete liver unclogging and optimal fat filtering in just days. Health glucose metabolism on the very first day. When I saw the results, I literally jumped out of my chair and I started dancing. I was tired, but it didn't matter. I knew what I was witnessing was history in the making, and I was part of it. The answer to diabetes was literally in front of me. You're probably asking yourself, what happened when you gave this solution to real people suffering from diabetes? Let's find out now. Hi, my name is Erica, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. So I'll just tell you a little bit about myself. I have type 2 diabetes, and I've had it ever since I could remember. Diabetes runs in my family. My life has never been normal, and as you can imagine, nobody would ever consider trading snacks with me at the lunch table. I had to walk around with a syringe, and when people saw it, they were scared to death of me. Boyfriends were out of the question. I wet a lot of pillowcases with my tears, as I cried almost every night. Anyway, I'm 31 now, and I recently heard about your 11-day challenge. It seemed unbelievable to me. You said everything was all natural and there was no charge, so I figured what couldn't hurt to try it. I went through the program and took the solution. I couldn't believe the results I was getting. Day after day, it just kept getting better. First of all, I have lost 7 pounds. I was not expecting that at all, especially because everything I was eating was so delicious. Then, by the 3rd day, my readings were consistently between 90 and 100 with no shots. Now, according to all the current medical science, this is just not possible for a type 2 diabetic. I visited my doctor and actually wrote down what he said to me, because they were the happiest words I have ever heard. I have never seen anything like this in my 30 years of practicing medicine. Your blood glucose levels have returned to completely normal range, and they are remaining there consistently. I don't see any need for the medication or the insulin shots anymore. For the first time in my life, I feel normal. I'm starting to expand what I eat now to cake, cookies, and milkshakes. It's not affecting my blood sugar levels. Thank you, Mr. Pearson. Erica. Hi, I'm Michael Purnell. I'm a type 2 diabetic. Well, I was a type 2 diabetic. I had 2 heart attacks this year. The diabetes was causing severe lack of circulation to my heart. The doctors basically told me that if something drastic didn't happen soon, I would be face up in 2 years. But they didn't tell me what to do. I was already doing everything they recommended. I was losing hope on life. And when I saw your ad, it was like a breath of fresh air. Something new, something different. One day into the program, I took my glucose reading. I said, this has to be broken. It's at 118. That's down about 100 points from yesterday. That's unreal. I got to call my doc and get checked up just to confirm I was healthy and that this was all real. Well, it was, and it is. I have lost 5.5 pounds, and I have the energy I used to have when I was 18. This really is the solution. You certainly convinced me. This is going to save lives. Thank you, David. You're welcome, Michael and Erica. As you can see, once you unclog your liver, it really can do the job 100 times better than insulin. And that is why you're seeing these impossible results so incredibly fast. When I saw the stunning results, I instantly knew it had to get out to all 4 corners of the earth. If you want to experience these exact same results for yourself, If you want to balance your blood sugar in as little as 11 days, all you need is 3 things: the right information, the right program, and the right ingredients. And in just a moment, you're going to get all 3 basically for free. You will actually be able to begin the healing process within the hour. In the program, you're going to receive an exact system tailor-made for you that will balance your insulin levels 100% naturally. This process will repair your body from the inside out, clearing out your liver and any damage it has sustained over the years. Hint, we all have liver damage to some extent, but this won't just solve your diabetes problems. It will solve every aspect of your health. Insulin happens to be the cousin of another hormone called the growth hormone. Growth hormone levels will also increase during this program, which will offer side benefits such as a slowdown in the general aging process and increased metabolism so weight comes off faster and more easily. There are hundreds of other wonderful benefits, which I don't even have time to go into right now. Just rest assured, increased growth hormone will make you feel like a new man or woman once you start using this program. The course makes doing all this brain dead simple in a friendly, fun, and easy step-by-step program, which we simply call SugarBalance. I mentioned my name is David Pearson. What I didn't mention is that I'm also the founder of Nature's Formulas, which makes SugarBalance. Nature's Formulas is a team of scientists dedicated to creating the world's purest and most powerful supplements, and we've worked years perfecting a completely safe, completely natural solution with no side effects. It's packed with new, rare, exotic compounds. No other supplement has all of the compounds proven to balance blood sugar for good. We could have cut corners, but instead we chose to include the actual compounds used in the studies. These compounds are blended in easy-to-swallow capsules you take with your meals. SugarBalance is non-GMO, and it's sourced from the purest and pristine sources on Earth. We only work with the most reputable manufacturers that have already proven their worth over tens of thousands of patients. We would never make you a guinea pig. SugarBalance has had so much clinical testing, we think it might be the most well-tested supplement on the market. And the number of testimonials we have received has blown us away. Now, don't underestimate it. These ingredients are powerful. Our real concern here is not that your blood sugar will fall too slow, but that it will fall too fast. We have numerous precautions in place to ensure that doesn't happen, but the speed in which you balance your blood sugar levels will still shock you. This blend operates on a few levels, which all work synergistically to ensure this happens in real time. It will have massive effects in the health of your liver and the stabilization of your glucose levels. SugarBalance is manufactured right here in the US of A. This bodes well for you because we have to follow the many FDA regulations out there, ensuring the product is of the highest quality. What the label says is what you get. It's clean, it's high quality, it doesn't get better, your body will love it, and you will know when it's working. Because we guarantee balanced blood sugar within the first 11 days, although it will probably happen much sooner. Can you wait? Can you wait for boundless energy to play with your kids? Can you wait to eat all the foods you love without worrying about pricking your finger or checking your blood sugar all the time? Can you wait to make an appointment with your doctor as he tells you you no longer have to take insulin shots and medication? If you want that, and I know you want that, I need you right now to make a firm decision. Decide right now that you're going to get SugarBalance, no matter what obstacle might get in your way. It's important you make this decision now while you're well aware of its importance. You need to hold on to your dreams. Don't let them slip away. And this product is a dream, and I won't let you just forget about it. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. You want to know about the price. I can sense it. And since we are rigorous in our handling of the product, and since we get it from the purest sources, considering all that, this should cost a lot. It sure does cost us a lot to bring it to you. Indeed, a bottle of SugarBalance is $149. And while I know that may sound pretty steep, you have to remember that there's really nothing else like SugarBalance available on the market today. The vast majority of diabetes supplements on the market are questionable at best. Most don't work at all. Packed with fillers and other toxins. That's the main reason why SugarBalance can take months to make, and why we're constantly running out of stock. We only source the highest quality ingredients on Earth, which is why we are severely limited on how many batches we can make. When we do have SugarBalance in stock, it goes extremely fast. And when you think about it, it makes sense, because you could spend $400 to buy 10 bottles of some generic mass-produced diabetes supplement and still not get 1% of the benefits you would get from a single bottle of SugarBalance. Plus, remember that the compounds in SugarBalance are scientifically proven to balance blood sugar levels for good. The chances are, if you or a loved one begins using SugarBalance, you'll end up cutting hundreds of dollars a month by spending less on prescription drugs, doctor's visits, and insurance. So consider you'll probably save at least $1,000 or more on annual health costs if you get your diabetes under control. I really do think $149 per bottle is a fair price for SugarBalance, but we realize times are tough. We know you're probably on a budget. We also know we need you to be able to afford buying this, so we decided to start chopping away at the price until we hit something we think everyone can afford. From $149, we went down to $129. From $129, we went down to $100. From $100, we went down to $69. And actually, that's just the start. I understand that some of you have had diabetes for years, so to clear out your liver and balance your blood sugar for good, you may need to take it for a few months. And because I want to make sure everyone regains their health and lives life like a non-diabetic, I've also created a special discount package where you can get 6 bottles of SugarBalance for just $49 per bottle. The special discount package is only being offered to you today through this presentation as part of our nationwide Beat Diabetes campaign, and only while supplies last. And get this, we'll cover shipping. That's an unbelievable deal for a product like this, considering the ultra-high quality of the product. But both the special multi-bottle discount and the free shipping are limited. When we run out of bottles of SugarBalance, it can take up to 3 months before another batch is available. So click the 6-bottle package or any other package you choose on the next page. I want you to hit the button below and place your order. This is one of the smallest, most important investments you can make to your health and your happiness. A single bottle of SugarBalance is perfect for pre-diabetes. 3 bottles will help those who have been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and have just started taking medication. Also, protect you from serious complications like infections and amputations. And with 6 bottles of SugarBalance, even those taking insulin and prescription drugs can balance their blood sugar for good. Hit the button now and place your order for the product that will change your life. Imagine having more energy to play with your kids. Imagine enjoying birthday cake with your family without feeling left out. Whose wedding might you be dancing at if you added another 20 years to your life? And how would that feel? Isn't that worth fighting for? All this can be yours. You just can't let yourself squander the opportunity. Don't even think about passing this up. Don't let your brain talk you out of it. After all, this is for your health. Click the order button below and securely place your order. Do it now. Balancing your blood sugar is the most important thing you can do for your health. Plus, when you order SugarBalance in the next 6 minutes, I'm going to give you a free copy of Diabetes Free. It's an in-depth guide that takes all the guesswork out of this process of balancing your blood sugar. It will tell you exactly what to eat, every single meal, and you'll be surprised at how delicious all of it is. This book normally sells for $29, but it's yours free. The time to balance your blood sugar and protect yourself from deadly diseases is now. Just click the button below and choose the package of SugarBalance that's best for you. You'll then go to a secure checkout page where you'll enter your order details, and within just 5 business days from now, you'll receive SugarBalance right to your door. Place your order now. Hit the button below. Save on shipping. That means you'll save at least another $9.99 because it's included in the price. You can't beat that. You also need to know your purchase is completely backed by a 60-day, no-questions-asked, empty bottle guarantee. If you don't balance your blood sugar permanently, or if you don't like the product for any reason under the sun, we ask, nay, we demand, you let our customer service know, and we will fully refund your order. There are no questions asked, which means you don't have to explain why you don't want it. You just get all your money back. You have a full 2 months to decide. That's plenty of time. And you can send back empty bottles. It's no problem at all. Our mission is to serve you. And if we weren't able to do that for any reason, we don't want your money. This can be a day that changes everything for you. Or this can be just another day. You may have just watched the most important video of your life, or you just wasted your time. Your next move will decide. You have to reach out and grab success. It won't just come to you. You have to make it happen. So hit the order button below. You need to act fast. In addition to only having a limited discounted supply, we are under constant fire from the pharmaceutical and medical industries. given that SugarBalance has been shown to be more powerful than prescription drugs for balancing blood sugar levels. These billion-dollar corporations are furious that we're offering such a high-grade supplement. So we don't know how long this offer will remain online. So go ahead and order your very own supply of SugarBalance right now. Click the button you see below this video and select the package on the next page. You're getting SugarBalance at an incredible discount today. Plus, the diabetes-free book, a $29 value. And the whole package will be shipped out to you for free. You won't find this deal or a product this good anywhere. So, do what you know you need to do. Hit the order button below and fill in your details on the next page. You have nothing to lose and years of your life to gain. Do you really want to live life with diabetes? Do you really want your life cut short by a heart attack? Of course you don't. Well, that means you need to balance your blood sugar levels, which means you need the most powerful diabetes weapon on earth, SugarBalance. And you need it now. So hit the button below, and I'll see you on the other side. Still here? No problem. I know that was a lot to take in, and maybe there's still something on your mind. So to help you out, let me answer some of the most common questions. That way, you can make your investment in SugarBalance today with total confidence. Question number 1. What exactly am I buying? You are buying a complete solution to balancing your blood sugar levels for good. First, you'll get the clinically tested supplement called SugarBalance. It has all the components proven to normalize your insulin levels and have you back to eating the foods you love without insulin or prescription drugs. You're also getting the diabetes-free physical book. This will guide you every step of the way to restoring your health. And finally, you'll get lifetime guidance with our trained support staff, so you're never left in the dark about what to do. This is by far the most complete, proven system for permanently balancing your blood sugar. Number 2, I have a busy schedule. Will this take much of my time? No. The entire program will take approximately 4 to 6 minutes per day, sometimes less. You only need to put in this time until your blood sugar stabilizes. After that, the regimen will be much, much shorter. Question number 3. How long will this offer be available for? That's a good question, but the answer is complicated. For one thing, because the cost to source such rare components is quite high, we only have a limited amount of discounted supply in stock. Remember, normally SugarBalance is $149 per bottle. But through this webpage, you can get it as low as $49 per bottle while supplies last. Besides supplies being limited, however, there's also the threat that big medicine's multi-million-dollar lawyers shut us down. We'll certainly fight them as long as we can. But given that SugarBalance corrects the root of diabetes and balances blood sugar levels, the medical corporations are desperate to get this video removed from the internet fast. Question number 4. What can you tell me about the guarantee? Again, as I mentioned, it's a full 2-month, 100% money-back guarantee. This means if you change your mind about your investment for any reason in the next 60 days, just call or email our award-winning U.S.-based customer service team, and we will immediately refund your investment with 0 questions asked. In other words, there is no risk whatsoever. Number 5. What else should I know about SugarBalance? Each bottle of SugarBalance is made right here in the United States in a state-of-the-art facility that follows all GMP guidelines. We also have each batch tested by an independent third-party laboratory, ensuring the purity of every single capsule and that what you see on the label is inside. Finally, question number 6. Okay, I'm ready to order. What do I need to do? Simply scroll down below this video and click the big shiny button below. Choose your discounted package on the next page. You'll then go to our secure order page, where you'll enter your shipping details. Then in 3 to 5 business days, SugarBalance will be at your front door. Shipping and handling are 100% free, which is a $9.99 value. But it's about more than just the savings you'll only get today. I want you to think for a moment about what life will be like without worrying about your blood sugar. You have a simple act in front of you right now that could cause the biggest change in your life that you've ever had. It could turn your current life into one with more joy, more freedom, a life without painful needles or expensive medication, with less worry, less pain, and less doctor visits. Claim that. It's what you deserve. Click the button below, choose your package, and fill out the form on the next page. And let the good side of your life begin.